Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kassandra and this is part 3 of our 3-part video series on how to do a headstand. So supported headstand is the variation where you're interlacing your fingers and placing your forearms down on the mat. So you will need 2 very thick fluffy socks for this video and a wall. So starting at the wall first, interlace your fingers, pressing your knuckles down onto the mat. And you want to make sure that your elbows and palms are the correct distance apart. And you measure that by making sure that you can grab on to opposite biceps. So if you're too far wide and can't hold, that's how you know you need to bring your elbows in a little bit closer. And then from here, interlace your fingers, pressing your knuckles down. So the first method that we're going to be playing with is the kick. So you'll need to place the crown of your head down onto the mat, once more making sure that you're not on your forehead and that you're really more towards the top of your head. You're curling your toes under and lifting your hips up high. Go as high up as you possibly can on the balls of your feet. Reach one leg up towards the sky, bend into your supporting knee, and give yourself momentum enough that you can tap one foot to the wall and lower down. Doing that 3 times, kick, and let it go. Last one, kick, tap, and release. So this time, let's reach both legs up towards the wall. High on the balls of your feet, one leg up, bend into your knees, double tap. Maybe holding here. So at this point, you need to make sure that you're still pressing your forearms into the mat firmly, engaging the lower abdominals to hug in, tailbone pointing up, and you can start to play with distancing your legs away from the wall. One long line. And if you fall out of balance, no big deal. So make sure that you're not swaying your back so much here that you have this big curve. Keep the abdominals engaged, pelvis neutral. And let's lower down. Release. So let's come into it again. Same way we did before, placing your forearms down onto the mat, making sure you have the proper distance by grabbing a hold of your opposite biceps, interlacing fingers, knuckles down, crown of the head down onto the mat, curl your toes under, lift your hips up high. So for this one, come high onto your toes, press your forearms into the mat, and just squeeze one knee in towards the chest, pointing your toes up. Let's release, switch sides, left knee in. So working at slowly getting the pelvis over the shoulders and release. So for this third time, maybe both knees will lift up. One at a time, shift your weight over and then just start to bend your knees and see what that feels like. It really is a lot easier because your weight is closer towards the ground. The more you extend your legs, the trickier your balance tends to get. But if you are willing to start playing with it, you have the wall really close by here to help you if you need it, but otherwise you can just straighten your legs. And same thing here, there's no swaying of the back. Be really careful about that banana shape. And just hold it here. And you can come out the exact same way by bending your knees slowly, focusing on bringing the knees in towards the chest, and dropping it down. Okay, third and final way. Move the mat. Actually, I like to keep the mat underneath the head just because it gives a little bit more padding, but fold it up because you don't want it for your feet. And go ahead and put on your fluffy socks. So this is a more advanced variation of getting into headstand. It's the one where you start to play with floating the legs up. And it took me a really long time to get this, but using the socks made a huge difference because it really helped me understand which muscles of my core I needed to engage to get that lift. So anything that's really thick and helps you slip, if you're on a carpet, this won't really work, but you can always use paper plates underneath your feet to slide them across the carpet. So same thing from here. Same variation with the arms, interlacing your fingers, elbows down a little bit less than shoulder width distance apart. Drop the crown of your head down onto the mat and then lift up. So from here, instead of keeping my toes curled under with the balls of my feet down onto the mat, I'm actually going to flip it so that the tops of my feet are down. And you might need to even go back a little bit. So from here, what I'm gonna do is engage my abdominals by playing with dragging my feet in and then dragging them back out as far as I can. Do that 3 more times. Inhale here, exhale out. Inhale, squeeze it in. Exhale, pull them back. Last one, inhale in. Exhale, press it out. If you're ready for your float, this time when you drag it in, see if you can come high onto the balls of your feet and maybe lift the legs off of the ground, straight legs. And lowering down with control. And there you have it. 3 ways of getting into supported headstand. If you find yourself struggling with headstand, please don't get discouraged. These poses can take a long time to get the hang of just because there are so many different factors involved. You have to focus on balance and strength and even flexibility just to get those legs up. So don't worry, it takes time, stay at it. Headstands are not for everyone either. So if you have neck problems or back injuries, this is probably not the pose for you. Listen to your body first. If you're starting to come into the pose and it doesn't feel right, don't do it. You have nothing to prove. This is your practice. And just because a lot of people are doing these inversions doesn't mean you need to. I hope you found this beneficial. I hope you like the tips that I had for you. Please share your progress with me, and thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends. Have a great day. Namaste.